I'd like to call tonight's public hearing for annexation to order. Let the record reflect all council members are present. A review of plan of services is required for annexation. The request has been done for tax map parcel 112L space C space 014.00, also known as Canary Drive, Walnut Drive. Is there anyone that wishes to address council now? Seeing none, the public hearing is closed. We'll start back at 6 o'clock sharp for our regular meeting. I'd like to call tonight's regularly scheduled meeting to order. Let the record reflect all council members are present. Before we get started, though, we'd like to start all meetings with a prayer, followed by the presentation of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. I ask everyone in attendance to please stand and remain standing for both as we call up Pastor Willard Dale from the Cumberland View Baptist Church to give the prayer, followed by the Young Marines presentation of colors and Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come before the throne of grace tonight and ask that you bless each one that's here. Give our leaders here the leadership that you're going to give them. We do pray tonight for our police department, the fire department, especially in the city. Each person here has a little new here tonight that they've come to see us and do what they need to be done. We do appreciate those who are elected officials. We'd ask that you bless them in a special way. Bless our young Marines. Bless each one here tonight that we may look for guidance and direction. We just had most of 2024, Father. We're going into a new year, so we ask, Father, that you stay with your presence. We ask that you forgive us, guide and direct us this day that we may glorify you, your Son. This is best. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. Marine, stand, hike. Add a half step. Forward, hike. Mark time, mark. Detail, halt. Right, hey. Pose. Color. Present arms.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms. Left, face. Forward, march.
You're right, I know. I know it's the right way,
We're now moving into presentation and proclamations. Is the student of the month here tonight? I don't see anyone here. Okay, we'll go ahead and skip that. We'll now move into public comment. This is an opportunity for the public to address council. We have designated 3 minutes for you to address council. We ask that those that choose to speak to respect that time limit. When the timer goes off, please do your best to finish up your thoughts and comments. This will be not a back and forth between council and you. It's a chance for you to address issues with the council that hopefully can be dealt with at a later date. Does anyone wish to address council at this time? Okay, we'll now move into appointments. First on the agenda is election of Mayor Pro Tem.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I would like to nominate Mayor Pro Tem Art Gunn.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. We have a second. Any discussion? Objection? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, Mr. Gerndt.
Thank you.
Next up, appointment of city judge. Tiffany Adams is our current city judge, and she wishes to continue to serve. With that being said, I would like to make the motion to continue our good work with the city judge, Tiffany Adams.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to Storm Board of Appeals. This is a council appointment, council member appointment. I move to appoint Councilmember Mike Turner to the Stormwater Board of Appeals.
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to Joint Economic Community Development Board. Again, this is appointment of a council member. I wish to appoint Councilmember Art Gerndt to that board.
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to Cumberland Plateau Water Authority Board. Jeff Freitag is stepping down, and we will be seeking his replacement. We went through a number of good candidates, and I've come to the conclusion that Brad Daugherty would be the best fitted to fill that open spot for the Cumberland Plateau Water Authority.
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? He is present back here. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on now to the Planning Commission. We need to appoint a council member as well as a member at large. The two members that were previously on there were James Mayberry, who was serving as member at large, who's now a council member, and Rob Harrison, who was a council member, who's now interested in potentially staying on there as member at large. So my thoughts are simply let's do the old switcheroo, have council member James Mayberry serve in that position and have Rob Harrison serve in that position. That is my motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to the CCC-SEC, or the Sports Council. They have given a recommendation to council to approve the three following new members to the board: Laney Luce, Marlo Wright, and Chris Peterson. Actually, Marlo Wright and Chris Peterson are current members. They wish to serve another term. Laney Luce is going to be serving the open term. With that being said, coming from recommendations from the board, I make the appointment, or I make the suggestion, Laney Luce, Marlo Wright, and Chris Peterson for motion.
Second.
I have a second. Any comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. There's no Chamber of Commerce report. I don't see Ethan here. So we'll then move on to the consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve consent agenda items 5A through 5K. We discussed these items in our meeting last Tuesday in our work session at great lengths and heard from department heads and our city manager. These meetings are open to the public, and we encourage everyone to attend. Therefore, I move we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion is second. So you said 5A
Through 5K.
Through 5K. Any council member wish to pull anything for further discussion?
I'd like to pull item K, please.
Okay. Any other item wish to be pulled from any council member? Okay. So we'll pull K and bring that down. With that being said, motion is to do 5A through 5J. And the motion is second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Councilmember Mayberry, you have the floor. Approval to increase the city attorney's hourly rate.
Well, I just have some questions, and I've not been able to get concrete answers. I was concerned about the who was paying what, and I have recently learned that the Sports Authority has been paying most of it for the last few months. I'm also concerned about the attorney is supposed to file and prosecute to a conclusion suits for all back and delinquent taxes, special assessment certified or referred to such attorney by the finance director. The city attorney shall be required to collect attorney fees in the same amounts and is provided by the Tennessee Code annotated section 67-5-2410 in the collection of delinquent taxes and special assessments. I have since learned that basically this is being turned over to the county, and it's the answers I'm getting are I think it's this and I think it's that. I'd like a definite answer on that. Plus, it's a 60-some-odd% increase seems a bit stiff right now, in my opinion. And So therefore, I can't support this motion as presented.
So since Councilmember Mayberry has pulled that from there, it could still be, a motion and a second can still be made, but Councilmember Mayberry has made a declaration. So if that's being pulled, two things can be done. A motion can be made to bring that back up as is, or it can lay on the table and it can be moved to next month's.
I make a motion it comes back up as is.
As is. So we have a motion to approve the increase of the city attorney's hourly rate. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
We have a motion and we have a second. So now we'll go into the discussion. Would you like to address any of that?
I hope I don't leave anything out, Mr. Mayberry, and if I do, please feel free to ask me any questions. Let me take the back tax issue first. So on or before April 1st of each year, suit has to be filed on behalf of the city of Crossville for the collection of all back taxes. That's been done each and every year before April 1st. We've always made sure that's been filed. There is a procedure in place that has been the procedure, as I understand it, for many years, where the city suit and the county suit for back taxes are consolidated so that you only have one sale. And that's exactly what's happened. So when the properties are sold, and if they're sold at public auction, just as we did last year, then money's paid into the registry, and then it's paid to the city. And that's been the procedure that's followed, as far as I know, for a long time. So we're still following the same procedure that's been the procedure. And lawsuits have been filed on behalf of the back taxes, and we've taken care of the city of Crossville in that regard. If there's any
Does our
questions.
charter need to be changed,
No.
adjusted to reflect that?
No, but we are working on several charters to do that. Suit has been filed, and we are following through. I sign off on all the orders. Joe Looney, as back tax lawyer for the county, and I, on behalf of the city, sign all orders that are presented to the court.
Okay.
In regard to the fees that have been charged for Sports Authority and the city, we obviously, when you're putting a lot of time and effort into a project, then sometimes things overlap. So the contract that I had with the Sports Authority was a set percentage, and that was paid in full. I was under the impression that after the close of the bonds, that we would get together and reconcile to make sure that the Sports Authority was not paying anything for the city of Crossville, and the city of Crossville was not paying anything for the Sports Authority. That has since been done, and I have talked with city manager and with Nathan Klaus to make sure that all the accounting on the attorney's fees were correct, and they're 100% correct. I think there's a $2,500 difference that'll be deducted from my bill for the month of October. Okay?
Is that going to be discussed with the council at any time?
I'll be free to discuss it. It's been, since I've been on the, as city attorney, I submit my bills to the city manager, and I'm free to discuss any bill that I have. Just so that the council knows, and I've told the city manager and frankly every client that I think I've ever had, if I ever submit a bill and there's a question about a bill, or if it's too much, then I would encourage not to pay it, because my thought process is to never gouge anybody.
My question about is the city council going to be involved in that is in reference to the Sports Authority building and the city building and all that. I've been gone. I've been out for 2 years. I
I know.
don't know what's going on.
I had not pictured that it would be, but I'll be more than happy to discuss that with the city council, and we can bring it up at any council meeting or at any time after that. Whatever the city council wants, I'm free.
Okay.
I'll be more than happy
You're
to.
$175 an hour.
So, and so at $175 an hour, I think that I've been practicing law for 42 years now. And the amount, the school board just recently hired a new lawyer at the rate of $250 an hour. The lawyers I know for Livingston, Allgood, Carthage, Cookville, well, I'm not sure about Cookville, Baxter, those are all paid at the rate of $250 an hour. First-year lawyers that are coming into the practice, when they submit bills to the chancellor to be approved, their initial billing is at the rate of $250 an hour. I can tell you that my rate on other items is much higher than that. And so I think that considering that it's a first-year lawyer's compensation rate and considering the cost of maintaining an office, I think $250 is fair. And I'll be glad to answer any questions.
The only thing I think would be good is just, let's just have that letter of engagement, just so everybody's on the same page, and it's in black and white, if you're amicable to that.
Sure.
So the motion on the floor is $250, and if you're willing to amend your motions to also include the engagement letter allowing the city manager to work with the city attorney on that, is that fair?
Sounds fair to me.
And I second that.
I'm tickled with that. So just for clarification, it's been my practice to submit my billing to the city manager and also to the finance manager. Is there any other procedures that you would like, Mr. Mayberry?
No, I didn't understand that you hadn't had any city billing months. It's all been to the Sports Authority, so I didn't know.
No, that's not accurate. As a matter of fact, I've only received one check from the Sports Authority, and that was paid at the end. And so we reconciled those to make sure that there was no overbilling. And I've told Mr. Klaus and Ms. Hale, if there's anything out of line on any of those, deduct it.
Councilmember Mayberry has requested a copy of the attorney bill each month, which is a practice that we used to do many years ago. So we'll be forwarding a copy to each of the council members every month.
Okay.
Any other
Thank you.
comments or questions?
Any?
All right. We'll go ahead.
Thank you.
All right, so all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed?
I oppose.
Motion carries. Moving on to other business. There is no other business, but I'm going to take executive privilege. The student of the month is here. If it's okay without council giving me too hard of a time, I'd like to bring in the student of the month and give some recognition.
Sure.
Cool. I was hoping you all would agree.
Where?
Oh, what's going to happen?
Hello. Hi.
Hello. You Mr. White? Hello. Family, you want to come on up here? We're going to do a proclamation reading and take some pictures. So here, you're student of the month, huh? That's a pretty big deal.
Martin.
All right. So I'm going to read you the proclamation, and you'll get to keep this big piece of paper and heavy thing, okay? All right. All right. This is a proclamation for Sheriff White, correct? Sharif White, Student of the Month, December 2024. Sharif is very caring toward his classmates and teachers. He is concerned for the well-being and can often be seen helping others or cheering them up. He shows warmth and kindness toward others that is not often seen in young men of his age. A community of character partner, December is Caring Month. Caring is understanding what others go through, not wanting others to hurt, and doing what we can to reduce their suffering. Congratulations. Let's go this way. Let's go left, right. Told her you get a little closer, it'd be good. We got one more, right?
One more.
Yeah, one more.
Thank you.
Congratulations, congratulations. All right. We'll now move into the city attorney's report.
First, I'd like to welcome the new council members. I appreciate the opportunity to work with all of you again over the next 2 years. I'm looking forward to all the good things that's going to be happening. We've had one lawsuit that's been filed, and that was in regard to a car accident, and it was turned over to our insurance company, and so we've got that handled. And other than that, we've got a number of contracts and things that will be moving forward, and we'll be presenting those to council after the first of the year. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Moving into the city manager's report.
Yes, I have a few items that I'd like to highlight. All of our revenues reported in the city manager's report have increased since the last reporting period, except for beer. Not really sure what's going on there, but all of them have increased except beer. Overall, our sales tax has increased 4%. In the category of local taxes collected, we are at 51.4% of our budgeted amount, so we're in really good shape there. As far as projects goes, the Sparta Highway Bridge has been extended through January of 2025 instead of December, so they're going to require an additional month, unfortunately, according to the report that I've received. The indoor rec facility, we are moving forward on that. As you know, we hope to have a number this week, and then all the information will be compiled and brought back to council, or the sports authority rather, by Christmas is the goal, before everyone goes away for the holidays. The downtown sidewalk project, we are about 1 month to 6 weeks behind on that project, unfortunately, but maybe they can catch up speed in the spring. They are about halfway down to Neacham Street. Once they get down to Neacham Street, they're going to go back up to the other end of Main Street, the south end, and then come back down toward the wholesale supply group in that area. So just so everyone is straight on which direction they're going in. They're not going to go down and loop around. They're going down and back up and back down again. There's a survey on our Facebook page regarding traffic on Main Street. If you could please take time to fill that survey out. We're going to repost it tomorrow so that everyone will have access to it. We need that information to remove commercial traffic off of Main Street. And lastly, the Christmas parade is this weekend at 4:30. It will start at CCHS and end at CCHS. So as you're leaving the high school, it will go down Stanley Street, make a left on West Avenue, make a left on 10th Street, and then make a left onto Miller Avenue and back to CCHS. So it's a new route this year because of all the construction going on downtown. I just want to make sure everyone's aware of that. That concludes my report.
Can I entertain a motion to close?
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Good night, everybody.
Was that helpful?
Notice that just now, our airport fuel sales